Welcome, Outlaw. I have some links on the bottom of the description. Go ahead and take a look at them. You might be interested in them. Now go ahead and have a seat, and I'll start off today's story.
Room 238. Written by ViktorGreyWrites. It was 12:01 a.m. Another long night shift as hotel security. The only call so far was a complaint about some male guest screaming his head off in room 238. I had backup as I arrived at the room. Standard policy to investigate in pairs of two, in case of violence, but more to prevent any claims that will increase liability. It sounded like someone in immense pain, wailing that pierced deep into your ears. It made me feel sick, and I nearly vomited. The other guard started banging on the door. Hey! Everybody okay? No response. The screaming only continued. He pulled up his radio and gestured for me to wait. Front desk. Can you check who's supposed to be in room 238 for me? Yeah. The noise complaint. He grew pale as the response clicked through. No one has checked out that room all week. My mind raced through all the unpleasant reasons someone will be in an unrented room. What's worse is that the scream still hadn't stopped. Piercing echoed through the otherwise empty hallway. I gestured towards him, trying to hand over a master key. He shoved back and loudly whined. I am not looking in there. You go first. Some debate went on before he finally coaxed me into entering. As soon as the door opened, the room went silent. It was dark, but it was seemingly undisturbed as I turned on the light switch. It took only a couple minutes to realize the room was empty, peaceful, and no one was hiding anywhere. I still felt sick as we locked up behind us, the hallway devoid of sound. The rest of the night went off quietly, but I felt on edge as I got off shift. I decided afterward to investigate the hotel's history, hoping to find nothing. Ghost stories scare me, and I will likely have to switch jobs. The hotel kept records of every news story related to the property in the basement. After a couple of hours, I found an article from 20 years ago. A man had hung himself and screamed as he died. My skin started to crawl as I read the name. Howard Devaney. I stood up and rubbed my eyes. I couldn't believe what I was reading. That was my name, with a smiling picture of me in the article in my security uniform. I opened my eyes when I started to struggle to breathe. I was hanging from a support beam in the room by my neck. I was screaming as I clawed at the rope, trying to pull myself up to stop my suffocation. I was too weak and felt the life being choked from me. As I began to fade into darkness, I heard a voice speaking. I am not looking in there. You go first. The click of the door was the last thing I heard as I disappeared, ceasing to exist. Just a temporary shade, a memory.
And that's today's story, Abla. Be safe out there. And like always, I see y'all on the wasteland.